Hi, this is a video about how to get the requirements. So the first thing we'll go through is the questionnaire, or also called survey method. So the benefits of this method are you can get a lot of data points with little effort. The effort mainly being identifying the users you want to send it to and developing the questionnaire. So the other good thing is that it is a method where you can evaluate the extent of a method. So if you need to find out how many users have this problem, you need a certain amount of data points for that to be statistically relevant. So in that case, the survey method is a good method to get this high amount of data points with less effort. So some of the downsides, usually the information you get from the service is not very in-depth. Usually people just skip through them, want to get them done as quickly as possible. So the quality is not really that high. Also, you don't really get any information about how or the why of a certain problem. So then you need to use other methods to dig deeper. So next is how to perform the questionnaire. So there will be a part before, while you have the questionnaire in the field, and after you get your answers. So before you start sending out your survey, you need to prepare. So you need to find the contact data. Who do you want to send your survey to? You can find this information, for example, from trade associations. They have their members mentioned on their homepage, so that might be one source. You can maybe also find them on LinkedIn, or you can maybe use your network, your family, friends, etc., to find out who would be ideal to contact about this problem you want to survey. So the second part is you need to select a tool to do the questionnaire in. Use tools that are freely available like Google Forms or SurveyMonkey, and there are many others that you can use. The third thing is then you need to find out what to ask, determine your questions, and think about that so you make sure that the questions actually ask for the information that you want to receive and that they cannot be misunderstood. The fourth thing is test your questions. This is a step that students often skip, but you really shouldn't do that. So when you test your questions, you pick one or two or maybe three participants. It might be your friends, but ideally it would be from your list of contact data. Okay? Call them, ask whether they want to participate, and then send your questions to them. The reason you're doing this is because then you can look at their answers and see, are these actually the answers I'm looking for? Or do I need to modify the questions I'm asking to actually get the knowledge I need? One tip, keep your questions short. Keep them short, precise, to the point, okay? Easy to understand. That increases also your chance that people will actually fill out the entire questionnaire. Good. So that is what to do before. Now you send out your questionnaires, and what now to do while you're waiting for the answers? Well, you should actually keep a look at the answers you get, and immediately when the first answers pop in, go read them, okay? Because if something needs to be changed, this is the time to change it before like half of your contacts have filled out the survey. But it is risky changing it, but it might be necessary if you see from the answers you get, this is totally not what I wanted. Okay, so that's why. Now let's assume you got all your answers. Now what do you do with them? Well, first thing is actually to look at the answers and see, are they reliable? So did they just choose the easy answer to get through as quickly as possible? Were they lying on the questionnaire or misleading on the questionnaire? Be critical of the answers you get. And then if you're skeptical about something, try to follow up with some other method than the questionnaire or survey to find out if you're right about your suspicion. After you determine if your questions are reliable, you should look at structuring your replies. Create some graphs, some plots, try to compare results individually. Really do a thorough data analysis of what you did. See if you can find some interesting correlations that you can use for your product development. Next, when you did that, you need to attach the results in the appendix, and in the conclusions of this work you should summarize the tendencies you identified during your analysis, and maybe also there mention if there's anything you're critical about or skeptical about.